Well, howdy there. Today, I am going to tell you life advice based on my own personal experience. I understand everyone is different, and I hope you understand that this is for people who would see the world similar as I do. This is advice I would tell my younger friends and family around their time of middle school until they graduate high school. As our younger generation grows, we learn that many ideas that were revolutionary in the 1950s are now perfectly optimized to the point where they are no longer new, creative, or helpful. In some cases, you can start to feel like a resource at times. Us humans are told what to do and what not to do on a daily basis. When does the younger generation get to decide? These older ideas have changed not for the better. If you would like to try to make a difference and make it strong through this generation, I have the best suggestions for you. Today, I will go over the 10 best ways to help your experience shine and make life feel like it was before the 2000s. Number 1. Focus on improving every day. It is not about beating everyone else. It is about winning the competition with just you and yourself. Think about it for a minute. Just take a minute today and really think about it. Why would I need to get better when I am perfectly happy the way I am? We all have thought that at one point or another. Well, would it hurt? Would it really, you silly guy? Improving yourself will make a huge difference in your life. If you make improvements, you can make life not only better, but easier. This can make the world around you a much better experience. Try making one and only one small improvement a day, and watch how much your life will change. So how do we do it? Well, try to pick one idea or skill you might want to improve. This can range from cooking, reading, gaming, repairs, and so much more. If you don't know how to improve, there are two big ways to improve more and more every day. Spend time with someone who is and does it better. Learn from your experiences. Hanging out with someone who can do what you do, but better, can really show you how to improve that one idea every day. This alone would be great enough for you to figure out how to improve yourself. The other way is to watch YouTube. How many how-to videos can you see on there? I know for a fact that there is one for almost every topic you can think of. Once you get started, I bet it will be hard to stop. Now look at this. You actually tried improving yourself for the better. How hard was it? Did it take you all day or just 5 minutes? I am happy that you learned that improving on one thing a day can help. This makes your day-to-day feel more like progress, and less like you are waiting for your day to be over. Learning this idea alone will help you not just win the race against yourself, but make your life a happier one. Number 2. Play it safe before you play the risk. Life can have many risks with rewards that make the risk worth taking. The backlash of these risks can ultimately affect your entire future. Well, try to learn by playing it safe before you go all out. Playing it safe before you play it with all risk can be one of the most powerful tools you can use in your life. Trying to go all in on the risk before learning about it can really destroy your life before it even starts. For example, look at stocks. If you try to trade before doing any research or trials, you place the risk of losing your money. That is why you play it safe, especially in your younger years. Now, to make this applied better for you, look at jobs. Most of you will work around the age of 16 through 18. If you go all out for one company and spend 5 years trying to get promoted, you might lose out just to someone your boss may like more. Putting everything into that company may have just cost you 5 years of your life. So how do we play it safe exactly? Well, first of all, do your research. Learn as much as you can before deciding to pursue your options. Looking at a job, try talking to as many employees and learning the working environment. Looking into stocks, try to do your research and practice before using your real money. Otherwise, you will be putting it all on red. Doing this alone can create a safety net that can save your priceless time and hard-earned money. These risks alone can really set you back many years of your life, and I don't want that. I want you to win at everything you do. All set aside, I understand that rewards can really change your life. On the other hand, the risks can ruin it. Really try to do your research before trying new options. As you learn to weigh your options and learn the risks and rewards, the path is already set in front of you. The longer the time you spend learning and evaluating the options ahead of you, the better off you are gaining the rewards instead of the risk. Number 3. Try to be healthy before it gets hard. For my older audience watching, how hard is it to work out, lose weight, or go on a daily run? I bet most of you will say, well, it's hard as diamonds. Yeah, diamonds are the hardest material. What I mean is that for my younger audience, try to sculpt your body before your body sculpts you. As you get older, your body will be harder to control. Let's look into why you should try to be healthy before it gets hard. Most people will tell you, as you get older, your body will start to fail you. Getting older, especially between the ages of 16 through 20, I always thought, yeah, right, you are full of it. During this time I was working out, doing a very non-strict diet, and even just pushing my body to its limits, because I could. Most people that tell you to be careful are right. I turned 21 and about 4 months of being able to drink and smoke. Bam! It hit me like a freight train moving at 4 chickens and 2 oxen. My body felt like it was in pain all the time. After working out, I would be sore for 3 days. I would get sick randomly, and, worst of all, I was tired most of the time. The cause of this is because you are growing in your younger years. As you get older, your body will stop growing. When you grow, your body will be phenomenal at repairing itself to continue growing. When you get older, your wear and tear will feel much worse. So what can we do to prevent this? It is pretty simple. You take your shoes and put them on, and take something small like a rubber duck, and absolutely pelt one of your parents with it. You will be able to run and have the motivation to run for days. I am just kidding. Kids, please do not harm your parents. On an actual note, you start small. All you need to start with is running a mile a day, cutting some calories, or spending an hour outside every day. Once you start, the easy part is to keep building from there. Then you will keep progressing every day. Being active and being healthy while you are young is paramount to being healthier in the future. It is way easier as well. Your body will thank you in the future. Number 4. Never let anyone control your life. Are you sick and tired of people pushing you around or saying the most rude and outlandish trash to your face? Well, tell them to correct themselves. Now, I don't want you guys starting fights because I know people can be rough to deal with in most cases. But I understand that people will normally stop if you tell them to stop talking in an assertive manner. Now, why would something simple like this help you? Most people avoid confrontation. If someone random came to you right now and started yelling at you, you would probably want to run away. I assume that this is something related to yelling at animals to scare them off. Something primal in our bodies hates aggression. We evolved to see aggression as danger. So what does that have to do with us today? Most people are going to avoid aggression, and they want to flaunt it only to get satisfaction from people running away from it. So how do we get someone who loves aggression, or someone just being rude to stop? All you have to do is be calm and show them that you don't care. Why should it bother you? If you care, they will get their satisfaction. So if you say, "Are you done yet?" most of the time they will give up. So just waiting for them to ramble on, and assertively and politely asking them to stop will fix it. They will feed off of your reaction. When you don't play by their game, they will automatically lose. Start today, so if someone says a rude remark, act like it never happened and continue to move on like your conversation doesn't care. Watch as they slowly start to realize that they lost already. Once you can get people to treat you with respect, you learn how great life can be. People can be rude, and they really can just have fun by making your day worse. So, the less you give them attention, the less effect that they hold over you. I highly suggest that if the situation becomes threatening to physical harm, I advise you to get away from the situation and contact someone like the authorities to fix the situation. I want everyone to learn and achieve great things. So please do not start the fight. Number 5. Digest meaningful entertainment. Look at how you spend your day. Either keep a general idea or actually write down what you are doing every day to see how much time you are watching shorts or reels. See how much time you are spending on your phone versus the time you spend on things that are actually entertaining. Today we are going to look at actual entertainment. What do you mean, actual entertainment? You may be asking? What I am talking about is the videos, shows, and movies people make that actually make you feel like they want to entertain you for the fun of it, and not just for the attention. Look at Mr. Beast, for example. Disclaimer: I am not saying his channel is bad. I am currently subscribed to him. Now, let's continue. He has the biggest following on YouTube, with a whopping too many subscribers. He has this for 2 reasons. He invested everything back in his channel to make actually good videos, and he learned how to draw people to his account to make them enjoy those videos. When his older videos were out, even his older shorts, they felt like he was actually trying to entertain us. Now his newer videos and shorts are all about attention-grabbing and psychologically holding people's attention. Just watch the pacing of the scene changes in his videos. The videos feel like the videos are not made by people, but made from statistics. Maybe Jacksepticeye has been onto something all along. It's whatever I'm not all in that drama. Like I said, Mr. Beast is a good channel. He could just be trying the new trends or just doing as the media travels. Well, how do we go to watch good creative content instead of scrolling through attention-grabbing shorts? The answer is easy. Instead of watching reels on your phone, try going to your TV and watching a show, movie, and a good 45-minute long video. Do that for 1 month and watch how different the reels and short videos feel. I will tell you that it will change a major part of your life. This alone will make you enjoy the world around you more. Number 6. Stay updated. If you don't stay updated, you tend to lose out on a major part of what to do in your life. Now, why should people stay updated in our world today? People that stay informed tend to do better financially and feel better about what is going on in the world. Look at the stock market, for example. You don't have to watch the stock market, but you should definitely look into at least a channel that will tell you what is going on in the market. That alone will be enough to at least know where you will have to pay more money at the store or not. That will also help you know where your career may be going in the future. A lot of people will make their money day trading just by watching the stock market. Now, other ideas on the news would be just looking at the weather at least once a week to get your weekly forecast, so at least you do not get surprised by a storm. Another idea would include checking your local news, just to have an idea what is going on around, just so when places or policies change, you won't feel frustrated or confused. Well, how do we stay updated on our times? This idea might seem the simplest, but it is actually the most complicated one. You need to find an unbiased source of information. What does that mean? It means that there is no favor for that source of information to be placed out there. If something is biased, then there was a favored reason for. Like when a friend asked how big of a fish you might have. You tell him a bigger fish to seem cooler, but if someone is selling that fish, you would tell them that it is a smaller fish so you can spend less. That is why we have weight scales. So, no matter what you want to say, that scale will tell you the exact weight every time. That is why you watch out for who is telling you the information. Now that we understand how to stay updated, try it just for a few days and see how much your world will change in front of you. I want you to be able to find the weight scale of the information source you find. That way, you can learn and improve every day. Number 7. Pick a career, not a school. What will most people think based on what you do? Many people will ask this question. But before you understand where you are going, You also need the destination for some journeys. So, why does it matter? Picking your end goal career can be fundamentally better for you than picking the schools you go to and the company you work for first. Look at it. If you pick the company and pick the school first, then you have to do everything they want you to do. Wait a minute. You are telling me that your career is in the hands of the company and the school you go to. I thought you were the consumer in this situation. You are paying to go to school, and you are putting that effort so a company can choose you to work for them. If you are the best at what you do, then why are you letting others tell you how it is done? I don't think you understand how much power you hold. A school and a company cannot function if you just don't go there. So if you pick what you want to do, and then find who will suit you for it, you will be the happiest overall. So how do we do it? Do some research and pick your career, not your school. You could go to a private university by travel or move a few hours away. All that just to pay roughly $40,000 to $50,000, or you can go to a nearby community college for $15,000 for the same career path. You can pick a different company with better benefits and better working conditions. Make the decision that suits you, not what suits the school or the company. The power is in your hands. So, choosing the career instead of choosing the school can help you. And even if you don't have the path you want, at least you can grab the next best thing. Just be careful, because knowing your options is the most powerful tool out there. Number 8. Work for a smaller business. When you work for a corporation, everything is designed for you to be a robot. They want you to show up at the time they schedule you, not before and obviously not later. They also want you to do exactly the same thing every day, and your performance is based on numbers, not what you do. So why is it so important? Like our education system, today people are being trained to work based on numbers in the workforce. Basically, you are working like if you work in the factory from the 1950s. All they will tell you is how efficient and how the numbers look. What happened to innovation and creativity in the workforce? I don't know. It was probably dropped somewhere. However, look into the small businesses. Those people who own small, genuine businesses are great for your work, especially if it is your first job. Most small business owners who work with their staff will treat their staff better than anyone else in the workforce. They will treat you like family. If you work in a corporation, all you will know how to do in the workforce is work for productivity. So how do we do it? We can choose to work for the smaller companies by spending the extra time looking around. These places are where your old folks might have actual good advice. Something like a good firm handshake as you stare into their eyes, and you sweet-talk them into hiring you. You should go around your towns and neighborhoods and just ask businesses for jobs. Someone will be there but a corporation will not. Yes, your pay might be less, but these people will care for you. They will know if you can work or if you just want to milk the clock. We will find it fundamentally important to our economy if we see a growth in small businesses again. These small business owners will care for you as the worker and the environment for the community. You will learn when to work hard and when you can have some fun in the workplace managing tasks at a leisure pace. If the only thing you do is work, you will burn out and then have to start over. Number 9. Live broke before you live rich. Why would you want to learn how to save before you learn how to spend? Saving is the act of cost-cutting on the things you spend money on. For example, you learn how to drive while saving fuel because saving fuel in the tank will save you more money than saving money at the pump. Lets you spend an extra few minutes every time you get gas, just to get it cheaper at a different gas station other than the one you normally go to. You save 20 cents per gallon. In a vehicle with 20 gallons, you will save around $4. If you drive where you need gas every 2 days and then span it out every 2 weeks, now you have to get gas 6 times less than you normally do. If gas is $4 a gallon, in a 20-gallon tank, you save around $480 every 2 weeks. So how do we apply this to many other ideas? Well, the main idea is simple. Act like you have no money at all. How would you use your resources? Would burn through them like you normally would? Or would you save every ounce of toilet paper like it was COVID-19 all over again? You could cut back on how much food you eat. Worry about how much of every item you use, and then you can save hundreds, if not thousands. Once you focus on how to save the items you own, then you can focus on how to save your money when you spend it. Now you can run down to the store and buy the one item you need and sit and actually evaluate the money you are going to spend on it. You put both ideas together, and now you save $504 on gas every 2 weeks, and you see the difference. That alone will save $13,104 a year on just gas alone. Now, for some reason today, I have not one but two honorable mentions for you guys today. So, let's get started with those two. Honorable Mention 1. Build your credit. Do you have to have it? Or can you manage without it? The biggest secret is to just give it time and minimal effort. But why is it so important to build credit? Building credit can be huge for many people looking at getting a car or getting a house. Just about every item that is for the standard American dream, you will need a loan or lose a part of you to the black market. Your personal credit score is what lenders, anyone who will give a loan, looks at to see if you qualify for the loan you are asking for. It is a rating that shows these lenders how well you do in paying back your loan in most situations. If you have a better credit score, then most lenders will give you a better interest rate, knowing it is more likely to work for them. For those who don't know, interest is you paying extra for the lenders loaning you the money. So as your credit increases, not only do you have an easier way of getting lenders to loan you money, but they will have you pay less on those loans as your money increases. So how would you do it? There are two very easy ways that you can build credit. One is to have a person you know that has a good credit score co-sign you a credit card. This will hold a lot of trust in you, but if that person can trust you to co-sign you a card, that you will pay it off. Co-signing is just that. If you don't pay your debt, they will have to. All you have to do from there is buy a few things once a month on that card, then wait till they send you a monthly bill. Now you just pay off the entire bill. Once you do that, you just repeat every month. Now the second idea is to have someone with a credit card or wanting to get a new one make you an authorized buyer. Basically have the ability to spend the money on the credit card. Now if you trust the credit card owner, they will take both cards and do their normal spending, and with it, your credit will just build on its own. Now, with both of these ideas in mind, be careful on how you manage these cards. Try not to spend too much money per month. Try to set a monthly limit and only spend that. You want to spend around 30% of your card limit to get the maximum benefit from having one small monthly bill. So if you have a $500 card, spend $150 on it. That way you can build your credit as best as possible, month by month. Honorable Mention 2. Taxes. What to do with them? What are they? How do you do them? And when do you do taxes? This can be very frustrating to someone who has to learn calculus in school, but never learn what to do when they get out of high school. You would think they would prepare you for the real world, but I guess not. Well, anyways, more exciting ideas. Taxes. Taxes are the government's cut of money in the moving money in today's economy. There are many different types of taxes. Basically, you get taxed on imports, exports, driving on the road, owning property, selling items, when you earn money, and on just about everything. Oh my goodness! We get a lot of taxes. Why is the government not having record profits with the other companies in our country? Maybe that's for later. Well, when do we do them? Most folks will have a hard time understanding because most people will do their taxes in late January to early February, some in April, and others later in the year. The first couple months is because the companies they work for will hold money from their wages to pay their taxes during this time. However, when they hold too much money, which in most cases, these people will get their money back during tax season. The people who wait until April, because most tax seasons have deadlines around mid-April, are the ones who will have to pay taxes. The people that normally wait later in the year have filed an extension and then file around September to October. Now, how do you do taxes exactly? Well, it is pretty simple now. The biggest thing you will look for is for the company you work for to send you a W-2 form. If you do not get the form, then you will have to grab all of your pay stubs from your workplace. Once you grab your pay stub, look up a free W-2 and make a list. Write down all your numbers for the year in a list that corresponds to the number of that box. Once you do that, it is super easy from here. You take your W-2 and either find a private tax company that will do your taxes for you for a small price, or go to the irs.gov and your state's filing resources and follow their instructions. The first time you file your taxes, it will take you all day. You will be confused, and you will be frustrated. It is okay, that will happen for everyone. Your first few years, if you make a mistake, usually it will not hurt you, but still be careful. After a few years, you will get an understanding of it. This is all part of the process. And finally, number 10. Times have changed. Do you ever hear an old person say something like this when you talk about getting an application for a job? Why don't you go there in person? Or something like, have you tried giving them a firm handshake? I swear, the amount of times I've seen young adults walk in and ask for an application just for the company to direct you to their website that looks like it came from the 1990s. I hope with how many videos I have seen coming out about this topic will show some of the older generation that times are not what they used to be. To make this actually informational, why is it important? Well, the main idea is that our younger generation will always ask their elders for help. Most of these people have wisdom because they have lived for so long. This is a part of our history as humans. In our ancient times, we did not have older ladies and gentlemen. If we did back then, they were seen as very wise because they could live for so long, so they must have been doing something different that made them stay alive longer than your average human. So to this day, we will see our grandparents and parents wiser than us because they have lived through it. So how do we know the difference? The real thing is, most people will not really know the difference between what is normally right or wrong in this situation. Most of the time, the difference can be age, personality, or even location. My best advice for you is to talk to your peers, especially people who are dealing with a very similar issue. Please talk to your elders on matters of right and wrong, or how to do things that they have done. Try not to explain new ideas. It is not that they are dumb, it is that they have experienced a different time period than us. Things were different for them, so they will give you advice for a different situation. You wouldn't judge a fish on how to climb a tree, right? Well, I also bet you also wouldn't ask the fish how to climb the tree either. Just know they are not there to hurt you. They give advice because they want to help you. Sometimes you just have to nod and listen, so they know you care about them too. Well, there you have it. That is my 10 best ideas as advice for our younger generation. I hope that many of our upcoming graduates who see this learn and get help from it. I know times can be tough for young adults figuring their way into this. Just know that you guys are heard, and that most younger adults are figuring it out just like you are. I am really happy to be able to share this with you guys because I know if I would have had this when I was in high school, I would have felt way better off in the real world. Thank you for watching Lifeful Learning. I really enjoy making these videos to help people learn, improve, and get the jump on life. If you would like to learn more, please subscribe and hit that like button. If you want to learn a new idea, put it down in the comments for me to know what you viewers would like to learn about. Thank you, and see you again soon.